Hi everybody, Bohush here for Fotodiox, and welcome to our studio. Today we're going to do a headshot, kind of a portrait shot, and we're going to do it in two ways. First, we're going to do it with strobe lights. You know, 3 strobes, a setup you've seen a million times. But then we're going to do the same setup with our new LED100 constant source lights. And I think you're going to see a big difference in how long it takes to set those up. But I'll let the pictures do the talking. So let's get started. Part of the setup when using strobes is to install triggers on all of the lights as well as the remote trigger on the camera. The photographer is adjusting the ratios of the strobes using his best guess. A light meter might help, but there's still some guesswork involved. The tungsten modeling light doesn't offer a very good preview of the brightness of the strobe's flash. Now, in this strobe setup, our photographer was limited to a 1/200th shutter or below. Any faster and the camera might catch the less than perfect sync between the strobes. Also, we ran into an issue that if we took too many photos in rapid succession, the strobes couldn't keep up. We got a lot of shots where one or more strobes didn't fire when we were ready. Also, the bright flashes did catch a lot of squints, blinks, and winks. So here's the end result. A pretty nice picture, though we've got some hot spots from the harsh flash. Even through double baffled softboxes, the strobe managed to create hot spots on our model's skin. All in all, the strobe shoot took us about 25 minutes to set up and get the results we wanted. Okay, so that was our 3 strobe setup. We got a result we really liked. The model is happy. It took a little time to get going though because we had to set up triggers for all the lights. Also, when we were shooting a lot of shots in a row, the strobes weren't really cycling fast enough. So the strobes kind of failed if we took too many shots close together. But okay, we got a result we like. Now let's see the difference if we shoot the same setup under continuous light using the new LED100 from Fotodiox. Let's check that out. The Fotodiox LED100s are way easier to set up. Simply plug them into a convenient electrical outlet. The LED100s only draw a maximum of 100 watts at full power, so a regular household electrical outlet is going to do fine. Once powered up, just dim the LED100 to taste using the onboard controls. Since they're a constant source light, there's no bothering with sync triggers. The Bowens-compatible ring on the front let us use the exact same double baffled softboxes as we did in the strobe setup. You can use any of your strobe lighting modifiers with the LED100. Your light is also your modeling light. There's no guesswork regarding what the image is going to look like. With the LED100, what you see is truly what you get. You'll catch any hot spots or shine before taking the shot. Here's the end result of shooting with the LED100s. Great shots right out of the camera and real WYSIWYG performance, which means you spend less time setting up and more time taking pictures. The total time we spent on the LED100 setup was 12 minutes, less than half as long as our strobe session. Okay, so that was our 3-light setup with 3 of our LED100s in action. The shooting went a lot faster. We didn't have to mess with triggers. We didn't have to wait for strobes to recycle. We could just shoot. And what we saw was what we got. Now, constant light has been around for a while. You can shoot with hot lights if you want. We've got some. Let's take a look at a hot light setup right now. Tungsten lights are relatively quick to set up. These particular ones aren't dimmable, but we were able to get by after adjusting the distance between the lights in our model. Hot lights also draw a lot of power. This relatively modest setup was drawing 1,500 watts. Tungsten lights tend to cast harsher shadows and the lights are harder to diffuse because they get so hot. The heat also created some discomfort for our model, but even worse, created hot spots and shine. The color temperature in the finished photo is quite orange, so we'll need more post-production work to correct the white balance and the overall color. These results are okay, but hot lights draw a lot of power and generate a lot of heat, so they're not always the best solution for constant light shooting. Okay, I know I'm not a model. Actually, Amanda did a great job. I hope you agree. And the LED100s did a really nice job too, didn't they? Constant source lighting gets you shooting faster. You don't have to work with the strobes, messing around with triggers, waiting for the strobe to recycle between shots. We really just got to making our photos much faster because you just set up your LED lights, dim them however you want, and get started. We're also able to use softboxes. Anything that fits on a Bowen ring, you can use with the LED100. You also saw we did a quick setup with tungsten lights, with old hot lights, and it worked. The results are going to need some massaging in post, and also I burned up my diffusion. The model was kind of uncomfortable. It got hot. Not a great solution. But the LED100, nice and cool, stays cool throughout the whole shoot. All right, let's talk about this some more in a video tomorrow. But between now and then, we'd like to hear, are these experiences you've had shooting with strobes, shooting with constant lights, and how much would the LED100s help you the next time you have a shoot? Okay? So comment below, and we will see you tomorrow.